units. The McCarthy Group, and then in first place, individual Nicole Ambrose with 12 units. Congratulations. April top written volume for groups. The Providence Group just below 3.5. Teams, the McCarthy Group just below 2.5. And individual Bonnie Martin with 5.240 million. That is absolutely amazing. That is fantastic. April top written units for groups. We have Ming Sells Real Estate 7 units. The Martino Real Estate team 5 units, and individual we have Nicole Ambrose 13 units. April top listed volume, the Providence Group 2.2, the Haas Home Advisors 1.520, and on the individual side, Dan Banks with 3.2 million. Congratulations, that is absolutely awesome. So congratulations to all our April top achievers. And as I just said, what a privilege, especially for our newer agents in the market center, to surround yourself with winners. Reach out to our top producers if you want advice, make contact with them, model from them. But wow, if I want to be in business, who you're in business with really matters, and I want to be in business with top producers. Then let's move on. We have Ganek this morning. Good morning, Renee. Are you there? Are we stuck again on that? There we go. Renee, good morning. I'm sure she'll join us. Certainty Home Loans. Matt. Paul, Matt, and Randy. Matt is our spokesperson this morning. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Screen there a little bit ago.
You're gravelly.
What's up?
Like an alien, Matt.
God.
What if it's all of us?
How about that?
There's better.
You're good now, Matt.
Okay. Just want to say thank you to everybody who showed up last Wednesday for our Cinco de Mayo little get together. It was really nice to see a lot of people in person again after so long. That was really fun. I hope everybody had a good time. That was fun. We got to put that on. One thing I did want to mention is that we have some additional expanded jumbo options that we kind of just found out about, but we can do 3% on a jumbo. So a jumbo is any loan that's over 548,000 this year. We can do 3% down on a loan up to 700,000. We can do 5% down for a loan amount up to 850, and only 10% down for a loan amount up to $1 million. I mean, I think most of other jumbo investors right now, the big banks that we also work with as well, are, once you get above that into that jumbo threshold, you're putting 20% down no matter what. Being able to put down 3% up to 700,000 is huge. And the rates on those are like 3.25% right now. So fantastic. And honestly, the best jumbo rates in the market that I've seen. So if you've got anybody that's in that category that's shopping, it's a fantastic product. And yeah, we'd love to share it. This Thursday is going to be red day, so I won't be doing any training. And then next Thursday, I will be doing I'll probably just do like a standard mortgage 101, but I'll be doing it in the office, in the training room. So, yeah, if you guys got any questions or anything, put it in the chat or reach out to myself or Paul. We'd love to help, and hope everybody has a great week.
Thank you very much, Matt. Any questions for Matt, folks? Valuable information, Matt. Thank you for sharing. Good morning, Renee.
Hey, good morning, everyone. I'm Renee Dillon with Ganek PC. I'm one of the owners of the firm, and I manage our Ashford Dunwoody office. First of all, just a huge thank you. We still are getting in contracts hand over fist. We really appreciate all the business. Everyone asks me, how quickly we can turn around a closing these days. We're seeing a lot of cash offers that are, less than 14 calendar days closed. I've always said we can accommodate, especially the cashes, as fast as we can get in the title exams, payoffs, and HOA letters, which typically for title exams was 3 to 5 business days in the past. Our title examiners all over the city, it's at every firm, every title examiners, they are running very slow these days. So if you have one of these very quick turnaround times on your closings, let us know as soon as possible so that we can get the title ordered, let the examiners know that it's a rush. We're still doing the 7 to 10 day closes. It's just, we have to find out about it on day one. I know a lot of y'all are negotiating back and forth with people for a couple of days, especially these off-market properties that are going for cash and going for a quick close. But if you start negotiating on Monday and you're planning to close 2 Mondays from then, you don't go under contract till Wednesday or Thursday. And when we get the file on Friday, that's given us, 6-7 business days to get that title exam back. So just so that we can help you out and meet all of the wonderfully tight competitive deadlines that y'all are offering, just make sure you're getting those contracts over to us as soon as possible. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Renee. Any questions for Renee, folks? Nothing?
All right. Thank you. I'll put all my info in the chat so that you all have it and can reach me if you have any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Renee. And now another drum roll, Mr. Ming. I'm interviewing Ming this morning on how to build a top team. And what an absolute amazing, that one there's fine, right in the front. And what an amazing opportunity that we have. And thank you for that you're willing to share your valuable information with us, Ming. Folks, before we get started, the 4 models in Keller Williams, the easiest way to remember it is ELBOW. That's the economic model. Know what ratio or numbers you must hit in terms of your business goals and so forth. Then we have the lead generation model. Know the numbers you must hit in terms of lead generation and your conversion ratios. Then we have the budget model. The budget model, at the end of the day, the golden rule is lead with revenue. What comes in, what goes out, and what's left is profit. And then we have the organizational model. And once you understand that is one of the biggest leverages that you have at your disposal, is building a team. The organizational model is all about 3 things. Number 1, when doing all that you can, hire help. Number 2, hire talent. And number 3, train and consult. So Ming, thank you for being here. Thank you very much for your valuable time. I have a couple of questions to start off with. I have 9 questions prepared for you.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Do we have enough time for that?
We certainly do. I know you talk almost as fast as I do, so we're going to get through it.
Okay.
What was your 2020 production, Ming?
I think it was around maybe 35 million.
35 million.
Yeah.
That is awesome, right? And then the question that's very close to my heart, obviously, where are we in 2021? Are we hitting our goals?
Didn't really set a goal in terms of dollar amount, so I think we will. But I just lost 2 big deals this past month.
Okay. But you're well on track.
I think so.
Awesome. Number 3, what is the size of your current team?
So there are 4 of us total, 3 agents and 1 admin.
3 agents, 1 admin.
Yeah.
Okay. 100%. Now, question number 4. Did you deal with any of the following myths and in terms of growing your team, and how did you overcome them? I'm a control freak. That's why I don't want to have a team. I can't afford an assistant. My clients expect to only deal with me. It will take up too much time to train and consult an assistant, or it's too risky.
So yeah, I mean, obviously you think of all these things when you first start, but they're all just kind of in your head. It really is just in your head. So, these, all these excuses, what I tell myself was, I gave myself some sort of commitment. I'll be like, hey, I know business is not going to be this good every year, but my commitment was I'm going to commit to an assistant for 1 year, and I set aside a budget for it, and I just roll with it. A year later, if I'm still doing well, then I'm just going to keep growing it. And if a year later my business is not great, then at least I tried it, right? That was my commitment. I wanted to try it, and I didn't want it to do all the paperwork. I didn't want it to work at 12 o'clock at night again. So that's the commitment I made to myself. And my clients expect me, that's another big thing. So another commitment that I made to myself was, you're gonna lose deal anyway. I mean, no matter what you do, you're gonna lose deal anyway. So might as well as get somebody else to help you, train them. They're gonna lose 1 or 2 deals, but at least during the process, they learn something, and you can build something better together. That was my other commitment. So every myth or excuse, I had to tell myself, the positive thing that comes out of it.
Absolutely. When you said that, the word that I was thinking about was limiting beliefs, and never allow limiting beliefs to stand between you and achievement. And Ming, it's so nice to share this with you. If we look at the potential financial risk, the bottom line is, folks, it's a budget, and you put X amount of dollars aside to make sure that you can commit to that. Back home, I recruited a lady in 2015, and I started coaching her after her first year. And I realized immense potential in this lady. And I told her, you need to do your first hire, follow the model, do your first hire. She refused. She refused for 18 months. It took me 18 months to convince her. I eventually told her, I'm going to deduct money from your commission when I pay the commission out and put it in a separate account so that we can eliminate the risk. She said she will commit to it, and within 6 months, she had an annual salary saved up. For the past 2 years, 2019 and 2020, she's been the #1 sales associate for units and volume in the Southern Africa region. She took that step. Smash limiting beliefs. They do not serve you well. So, Ming, thank you very much for sharing that. Question number 5. What do you identify as the top reasons to have a team?
Taking a more volume. I think that's one thing. And also my taking a more volume, just the fact that you just want to get better. I think that's my main thing. After you hit a certain sales number or volume or clientele or whatever, you hit that peak, it's okay to stay at that peak, but personally, I just wanted to get better somehow. Like, it's a personal thing. So, and naturally, the next step was to grow a team. So that's a good next step.
Once again, we only have 24 hours in each and every cycle, and there's only so much that we can do as individuals. When doing everything that you can, hire help. That was one of my biggest breakthroughs in business.
And it's better for you now. Now, if I want to take 2 weeks off to do whatever, I still have people that can handle the business. Whereas when I first started in 2017, I was away for a couple of months. I lost all the business that I could have.
I want to go back one step to our previous slide about myths. It's a myth. It's a myth that your clients are only loyal to you. And I'm going back to the MREA book where Gary Keller talks about the myth understandings. And one of the myth understandings in the organizational model is my clients will only work with me. And the truth, not the myth, the truth on that is, and think about what I'm going to say now, because the moment that penny dropped, another world opened up in my business. Your clients are not loyal to you. Your clients are loyal to the value or the standard of service that you present. The moment the standard of your service goes down, they're not going to be loyal to you anymore. And what better way to increase that standard of that expectation, service expectation, than to grow a team? As you rightfully put it, you can get more done. So, Ming, thanks for that. Number 6, what do you identify as the signs that you need a team?
When you get tired of doing the paperwork. Yeah, I mean, when you get tired of just putting together marketing materials. When you have more clients than you can handle, yeah.
And when you know you can do more.
Yeah.
You can grow your business. I have a couple of pointers here. Your voicemail gets full regularly. You're spending half your day on administrative tasks. Your last vacation was work with a view. You are not making enough money to make investments or pay off your mortgage. So those are signs. Listen to the signs. One thing that I want to add to this and elaborate on that a little bit. If it's time, if you're doing everything that you can and you're resisting or you have misunderstandings, you're going to reach burnout. You either need to make less money, that's the reality, make less money or leverage. Because if your business continues to increase, you're going to reach burnout as an individual. And what I found coaching lots of agents over the years, the psychological effect to get back where you were, the amount of energy is tough. Most agents can't do that cycle more than 3 times. So definitely listen to the signs when it's time to start leveraging and build a team. Number 8, what would you do different, Ming, if you have to start all over again? Now, just for the people who don't know you that well, when did you start in real estate? When did you join Keller Williams? And when did you start your team?
I joined Keller Williams in 2016, I think February. I started my team, I think, I made my first hire, it was January of 2019.
January
And
29.
I hired my assistant.
Right.
That's when I made the commitment.
And how did you start with the Keller Williams? Who were you working with?
Doug and Trish Alexander, they helped me a lot, and I've said it, multiple times. They helped me make my investment in real estate, and then they turned me from a business development person at a company to sell real estate. They said, you really know everything, why don't you go sell some real estate? And at that time, I was not interested. They asked me actually multiple times. They asked me in 2014, 2015, I was not interested at the time. And then at the end of 2015, I was kind of tired of my previous job. That's when I called down to be like, we'll give it a shot. And then I took the test in January and then started in February.
So going back to when you started and where you are now, what would you do different? If there is anything in your team structure or in your approach or in your thinking, and I know you're a big thinker.
I would probably have started commercial much sooner and then created a team structure much sooner. Because I didn't think about doing the whole team thing at the beginning, but then it got to a point where it makes sense. And then the funny thing about KW is, as you get more into the business, your vision grows, right? And then you think differently. And this is always going to happen. Your vision will evolve and your thinking will evolve. What I was thinking last year is different from what I was thinking this year. So your goal is always changing, right? So if I had the opportunity to go back, I would say I would have started commercial real estate much sooner.
What does a typical day look like in Ming's life? I know you and I had a discussion last week on your birthday, your family and your 2 kids. And how do you time block and have time block for your family and have a life-work balance?
So actually, I think now that I'm busier than ever, but my time is more balanced than ever. When I was selling houses by myself, I was working pretty much every day, and also like late into the night because I have to do all the paperwork, I have to do all the scheduling, I have to do all the showings. So you pretty much and all the business development by myself. So you're pretty much doing 4 things as an individual agent, right? But now since I have an admin to help me take on all the paperwork, the scheduling, the calling, sometimes the showing as well, then I would focus on what I want to build, which is the commercial real estate part. And typically I don't work at night anymore unless it's a very important client trying to wrap up a deal, and also on the weekend unless like they're, you know, all of our team is maxed out and there's somebody dying to see some places. So mostly my life is more balanced than ever. But I am getting more gray hair than ever also. Just because we're doing both commercial and residential real estate, and so the thinking is very different. So the head, the brain power requires a lot more systems.
Amen.
Awesome.
It only gets greater from here.
And then you lose it.
Right.
Yeah, we're in denial. We're in denial. I'm in denial. I don't have a black hair on my head, so I don't want to hear that, John. Thank you very much for sharing. We'll stay in denial. We'll stay in denial. Ming, you know, one of the most important things is being in a learning-based state of mind all the time. And I'm sometimes surprised that there are people who's not always in a learning-based state of mind. Now, I'm naturally always almost, so to speak, in a learning-based state of mind, purely because I want to find a shorter route between point A and point B. In other words, I want to work smarter. I don't want to work harder. And once you look at it from that perspective, you're just more learning-based because no one wants to work harder. You want to earn more in less time. So how do you keep your assistant productive? What does the training and consult model look like in your business?
So as I have mentioned, we're always evolving, and lately we have set up weekly meetings where we talk about all of our struggles. I tend to have more struggles than more people. Most people, like Julie, doesn't have any struggles. I don't know why.
She's perfect.
So I always, I always have struggles, and one of the struggles I have learned lately is, you know, time kills deals in commercial real estate. We lost 2 big deals in the past couple of months, and they were like $100,000 in commission, just 2 of these deals. So it was bad. But anyway, we try to have our weekly meeting. That's where we set up all our tasks for the admin, for the team, and for everybody to execute. We try to set up 10 things, but maybe only 60% of it gets executed. But it's better to have them there than to have nothing. So.
And you have them written down.
Yeah.
Written up.
Anybody who comes to my office, you know, I like to write on the walls so everybody can see what our vision is and what we want to achieve, and you know, that's just a constant reminder.
Do you recommend the whiteboard paint for the walls?
Yeah.
So this is a guy who just lost $100,000, and look how positive he is. So my next question to you was, how do you sustain your mindset? And by that, once again, I want to go back to my previous statement. It's not about selling real estate. It's about following a schedule. And if we follow a schedule, that will keep us off the real estate roller coaster. But if you're on the real estate roller coaster, you're doing lead generation, you sow the seeds, then suddenly you have results. And now a lot of the administrational side of the business keeps you so busy that you neglect the number one priority in your business, which is lead generation. Then your business goes down again. Then you have to work twice as hard to get it where it was because you're not following a consistent schedule. And when that happens, Ming, it can really, really negatively impact your mindset. How do you keep your mindset strong and positive?
You know, that really is an important thing, is having your mindset. And it's basically what I tell myself is, you know, and at the beginning it was a lot tougher to swallow these losses, right? But I just gotta figure out, what did I learn? I learned time kills deals. So yesterday when we had that meeting, I told everybody, wrapped up all the commercial deals you have as soon as possible. Find out what the issue is, and then just move them forward. And the mindset is, since the type of business that we're in, it's very, I would say sometimes it's very easy, but sometimes very difficult, because you always have to be on the go. You always have to reinvent yourself. You always have to work on things. So it's basically a you can call it a constant struggle, and you just have to have a mindset that, hey, whatever comes through, at the end of the day, I'm gonna work it out anywhere. Yeah. So,
So any losses or setbacks, you're gonna learn from it,
yeah,
so it hopefully doesn't happen again.
right. Because, and sometimes the way I encourage myself is, I look at John, I look at Cynthia peers who are still cranking it. I was like, I have nothing to complain about. Yeah. So, and then I just get over it.
Get on, identify the positive and get on with it. That's amazing. Now, on the slide is your world with five black dots around that, and then versus your world. Now, if there's one thing I can share with you about this wonderful company of ours, and Gary Keller was asked in an interview, if you can do it all over again, what would you change? And he said, I will think bigger much sooner. Now, I remember prior to me joining Keller Williams, I thought thinking big was having one of the most obviously productive, but also the biggest brokerages in terms of agent count in my town, which I did until I joined Keller Williams. Now it's one of the biggest brokerages in the country. I didn't even celebrate when I broke my previous record in terms of agent count back home, because I was just thinking at a different level, because this company enables us, and I almost want to use the word in a good sense, however, this company forces us to think bigger. Now, I had a one-on-one with Ming, I think in my first 4 weeks that I started last year, September. And man, you're a big thinker. You're an absolute big thinker. And if we look back at what we have on the board right now on the wide screen, that's Ming. And your first hire in your team is extremely important, because this person needs to be able at the end of the day to run your business for you. And this is the part that I love when you've done this successfully. But wait, there's more. If you have a strong positive mindset and you're a big thinker and you're learning based, it is yet to be determined what you can achieve. And that's where those blue blocks there comes in. And those are, if that is part of your ambition, if that is part of your big why to start growing expansion teams and literally mini franchise what you've done here in surrounding areas. So if you're at that level, I want to stretch your thinking this morning in terms of where you can go in terms of building a team and then taking that to other states. But once again, the biggest word of advice that I would give all of you, because I've made many failures, and that is at the end of the day, to follow the model when it comes to expansion and when it comes to your organizational model and when it comes to growing a team. There's a right way and there's a wrong way. I remember on 2018 Family Reunion or Mega Camp, Gary Keller interviewed 5 guys on building a team and expansion teams. And 4 out of the 5 said, typical entrepreneurial style, we changed a lot of things just to figure out it didn't work, and then we just did what you said, Gary, and it started working. The thing about what Gary Keller teaches us is not just his own knowledge, but he's interviewing the top real estate agents on the planet. And how did you do that? How did you succeed? Where did you fail? And then he puts a model together for all of us. So, Ming, what's next? You're a big thinker. And I love, I remember that first conversation we had. Your world is getting bigger and bigger, and you're including more people in your world and encouraging them to build bigger worlds. What does the future hold for you?
Like I said, our main thing is we want to be the commercial group for minorities and small business owners. All at the beginning it was state of Georgia, but now I want to pretty much state
Oh,
of
good grief,
Southeast.
you've gone past the state now?
Southeast, maybe Northeast, East Coast, maybe
Last week it was Georgia.
Midwest. I don't know, but anyway.
Just the country.
And that let me explain a little bit. This when I first got into commercial real estate, I was like, hey, I didn't know I could make a living off of it doing commercial real estate full time. And then I got to a point where I realized, hey, we can make a living doing commercial real estate full time. And then I got to a point where how can I do more commercial business. And it was, at the beginning, it was limited to state of Georgia. And then after talking to some of my colleagues and Charlie, we realized we can do, Alabama, Tennessee, Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, Texas, whatever you call it. So now my focus is really on helping small business owners and minority business owners throughout the East Coast, the Southeast. Yeah, that's really my goal. And it's written on my wall. I just want to be the guy that they think of.
Start thinking bigger, and once you've done that, think bigger.
And it gets scary because you will get businesses that you don't know how to handle, and that's the scary part. If you don't know how to handle it, how do you force yourself to grow? Because you will have to figure out a way to handle it. So, for example, I was cultivating this lead for over a year, and I know that he leases a 300,000 square feet warehouse every single year, different states.
I would say they want you to get a team and do director of sales and bring all this thing. I don't want that type of real estate business. Factory type.
Well, you can have it because all of these people can be one person. So we'll do that.
As I
These
said
kinds of
earlier,
things.
it depends on your big why. It depends where you want to go.
It really is. Like, it's not for everyone. And I always tell people there's not right or wrong. It's whatever you want to do. It's whatever you want to be.
Yeah.
You want to make $100,000. It makes you happy. It makes you happy. Sometimes people make $1 million. It doesn't make them happy. So it's really whatever you want to be.
Yeah. I want to reiterate that also based on the comment that we just heard. Keep in mind, as a market center, we need to be the market center of choice for someone who just started and building a 20-25-year career. We also need to be the market center of choice for someone with a business plan who wants to retire in 5 years and doesn't want to grow a team to level 7. And we also have to cater for someone and be the market center of choice for an associate who says, I want to be an individual agent, or I want to grow to level 1 or level 2, or no, I need to do this. I want to take over the world. And that is the one of the most outstanding features for me in Keller Williams is that we have a sharing culture, and whatever your big why is, there's a model for that that's aligned with your big why and what you want to do and what you want to achieve.
Yep.
So
it's really whatever you want to be. There's no right or wrong. You can be individual, you can be a team, you can be whatever. Yeah. And you asked me how did I used to swallow my losses. You asked Becky. I used to walk around the office and she would cheer me up. So
that's awesome. That's culture, and true of our culture ambassador as well. So that's amazing.
Easy to be Ming's cheerleader.
All she has to say is say some stuff and it cheers me up, and now just keep going.
Awesome, folks. Any questions for me? Very, very busy gentleman, and he asked me exactly what time to what time do you need me? Rashad.
What's your end goal, Ming? I mean, I know I just heard it, but what is your end goal for as?
Speak up.
What is your end goal, Ming, far as with your models, your team?
I don't think I have one. I mean, it keeps going, so it really is. It changes every year, and I don't think I have one right now. But ultimately, I want to be the guy for our Asian American community, commercial business, and minority business. And the reason why is it's really, really tough for minorities or small business to get commercial agent help. It really is difficult because a lot of them does not have a lot of commission money involved. So you have to do such tremendous volume to make a living. It's so much harder to earn $6,000 in commercial real estate versus selling a house to earn $6,000. It's 10 times harder. Yeah, that's why nobody wants to do it. And I think that's why I want to build this niche, because you do the small one, the big ones will come eventually.
What's your goals for your net this year on your team? Is it 5 million net?
I haven't thought about that yet, but maybe.
Okay, well, last year, Ming, 2020, you reached MREA status.
Yeah.
Which we're so proud of. And yeah,
That was
recognition
a
of the
surprise.
region.
Yeah, that was a surprise. Brad set that goal for me. I didn't think I could make it, but that was a surprise.
Explain what emergency
that it was $1 million in gross commissions, right?
Yep.
$1 million in gross commissions. Ming sells real estate.
That was a surprise.
So we shooting for netting $1 million this year.
Okay, let's
Netting $2 million.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
For you, it's easy. It's GCI of I think 2.6 million.
Okay.
Where I 2.6 million, then you will net $1 million.
Okay.
And then once again, we just spoke about thinking bigger. Then I think it was Ben Kenny that then in terms of think $1 million, earn $1 million, net $1 million, took it to the next million, give $1 million away.
Then we start talking about that B word.
Yeah, yes. So I just want to comment on this, Rashad, with your question that you asked me. What I heard him say is the goal is to continuously smash ceilings.
Right.
That's what I heard.
I think, I get to a point where sometimes you just want to grow. It doesn't matter if it's a business or as a person. You're always trying to, at least personally, I was trying to find some sort of growth in it. Yeah. So, and it comes down to just taking on some challenges, whatever the challenge might be. I think that's the natural state of mind for me.
Awesome. Any other questions? John?
What are you currently reading?
What am I reading? Oh, shoot. Nothing. I used to read a lot more than now, but now now because I listen to more podcasts than reading, because after I get home, I just want to play with kids.
But what you're saying is that you listen to podcasts, but you're growing from the knowledge that you're getting from the podcast.
Yeah.
Learning based.
Yeah.
So what podcasts are those that you listen to?
A lot. I listen to some like cryptocurrency stuff.
That's right.
I mean, that stuff it's gonna take over the world.
Yes.
I listen to how to make money in stocks. I listen to these the KW business stuff.
Think Like a CEO.
Yeah, I mean all those books that
Gary
has. I try to read some of them, but not all of them, obviously. And when you get to a certain point, they all kind of say the same thing. So I just focus on executing them.
Yeah. Awesome. If there aren't any other questions, I want to thank you very much for sharing your experiences with us, Ming, and sharing what's happening in your world. And once again, congratulations on your successes. Keep thinking big. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you, Ming.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
And Doug was watching.
Oh.
Hello, Terrie. What's happening in the coaching corner? Talk to us.
Good morning. Well, this is just what Ming had to say goes to everything that I was going to talk about today. So this morning when I woke up, I was like, I think I want my subject to be on circumstances in the workforce today and what we're up against. And Ming's circumstances of losing a couple of $100,000. I mean, my goodness gracious, that just speaks exactly to what I'm going to say. So somebody was involved in this for sure. But I just want to say that we are going to experience circumstances, especially when we're in a trying market. And just like Ming, we need to guard against developing negative attitudes towards our work when things go wrong, because things are going to go wrong. Maybe not every day, but we know they're going to go wrong. So no matter what, we all need to choose consciously or unconsciously what our work means to us. The meaning that we give to our work determines the attitude that we're going to have about it, which affects the quality and the excellence of work that we bring to our clients, right? So you guys know, you've heard me say it a million times, people don't care what you do for them, they remember how you care for them. And that goes to the attitude that you're going to take, with the work. And I know it's a tough market out here for you guys. I know it is. And it's hard dealing with clients that get so disappointed because they lost that offer. Or it's hard sometimes dealing with an agent on the other end of things that's being negative and just not responding to you, accordingly. But just remember to check your attitude. All you can do is control yourself and how you're going to respond. And I will say too, the person that is the calm, cool, and collected is always going to be the winner on the other end of things. So when the tough gets tough, when the going gets tough, just the tough get going. You can push through it because it is well worth it. And just remember that the thoughts that you keep in your loop, in your mind, determine the direction of your life. That's it. So thank you so much, Ming. I am so proud of you. I really enjoyed everything that you had to say. And boy, if anybody out there has pushed on through, it certainly has been you.
Thank you very much, Terrie. Ellie, talk to us about Red Day.
Yes.
The floor is yours.
Yeah, Becky, do you want to talk about it with me?
Sure.
I don't know what they can see. Okay, so Red Day is this Thursday, everybody. We really hope you guys can make it. Thursday from 11 to 3. We're gonna have, we're having Zoom issues today, so just ignore that. So 11 to 3 this Thursday at Becky's church. She was kind enough to get the church to let us to use their field. It is Chamblee
First Methodist Church on Chamblee Dunwoody, just inside the perimeter. We have the gym in case it rains, so rain or shine. We're gonna have lots of games, yummy food. We're gonna get to hang out together. Even if we have to move inside, lots of space, so we'll stay safe. We're gonna support Solidarity Sandy Springs. Please bring canned goods. We always take cash or checks, and this is supporting a food bank in our own community. So we're super excited for Red Day.
Are we there?
Yay.
And we have a couple of fairly new moms bringing their strollers, babies and strollers. Welcome.
I got that.
Yeah.
So there we have it. When? Thursday, May the 13th, 11 to 3 o'clock p.m. Solidarity Sandy Springs. You can register via Eventbrite. And what can you bring? Canned goods, checks, cash.
Diapers.
Okay. And what to wear? Definitely red. Wear red. It's Red Day. Renew, energize, donate. And what an opportunity, as I said last week, what a privilege to give back where we live. And it's an opportunity to be able to give back, which always pays back in return. That's the gift of giving. So that is it. Next up, one of my favorites. What have you got? What's on the listing side? What's on the buyer side? Bull, what have you got?
I got a listing hopefully coming up either next week or the week after in Dunwoody Club Forest, traditional house, $799 on a great street. Vanderlyn Elementary, good school. Talk to me. Finished basement, good house.
Awesome. John?
Well, I'm just looking, just got a text message that we have a listing coming up.
A little louder, John, please.
We have a listing coming up on Charing Cross. I have to get some details on that for 500K, and then we have one on Pebble Creek Road for 690. So as soon as I have more information on that, I'll let you know. And we actually have a townhome coming on the market in Vinings that's coming out at 450.
450, great. Awesome, thanks, John. Rashad?
In the market Friday, East Cobb, City of Roswell, 3 bedrooms, 3 full baths, 2-car garage in Lock Highland subdivision. Lassiter High School will be hitting the market, all updated, but actually everything new. New kitchen, new bathrooms. We've opened the floor plan up. If you're following me on IG, you'll see some of the updates. I'll send some update video on it today as well. Come to the market at $465, stainless steel appliances. I think you would like that a lot. So bring me an offer. I'd love to keep it in-house. And then I have a rental hitting the market this weekend as well in Gwinnett, right off Pleasant Hill. Which one is near Pleasant Hill Road? So, and we'll be over 1750, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 2-car garage. Nice, school district. So 1750, that will be coming. And so, yeah, so those two are right off top.
You should have
pet friendly there.
It is negotiable.
Okay, I'm not gonna hit you up on that one.
Okay.
I think you had a buyer need as well that you mentioned this morning.
Oh, yes, and I have a buyer need, ASAP. I have a cash buyer. All we need is, Dunwoody Elementary School. It could be a outhouse or a big house. We're buying it for the school. And so if anyone has anything coming, please, reach out to me or just link me and, we can close in 14 days. Contingent on title being back. So, we need it for, the school. So thank you.
Awesome.
Dunwoody Elementary School.
Dunwoody Elementary School. Thanks, Rashad. Rushanda.
So I have a rental listing coming up in Decatur, downtown Decatur area, 2400. It's a townhouse, 3-bedroom, 2 baths, with a garage. And then, for your FHA buyers that are having a hard time, I have a listing coming up for 145 in Jonesboro. It's another townhouse, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. Going on the market this week, only available to view on this Sunday. So let me know.
Awesome. Zoomis, what have you got?
We have something to share, Marco, if we could. This is the Martinos.
Please go ahead, Deb.
Yes, thank you so much. We have an incredible listing coming up in Harmony on the Lakes in Holly Springs. It's going to be 400,000. Excellent one-level living on the main, upgraded Mac Daddy master bath, screen porch, new paint on the exterior, throughout the interior, 1-year-old roof, systems, everything's in great shape. And upstairs, for when people visit, there's almost like a second master with sitting room, 2 additional bedrooms, and a full bath. All that in an incredible neighborhood with lake, walking trails, fitness centers, and so much more for 400,000.
Hey, Deb, this is John Damiano. I actually have a buyer for that, Deacon John. So can you send me that information?
Yes, we haven't listed it yet, John, but I'm happy to talk to you about it. It's going to be going live this week, so give me a call after this.
Okay, because that would be perfect for him.
Perfect.
It looks like Michelle Pleasant has her little emoji hand raised. So Michelle.
Michelle.
You just gotta unmute.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I have a listing coming up in Dunwoody, Club Forest. It's going to be between 675 and 700. Pool in the backyard. It is on a basement, and it's on Lydell Court. So that will be in the next couple of weeks. The seller is doing a few updates to it, and then I have this Friday or Saturday a new listing coming up in Ellenwood, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It's going to be about $250. Jonesboro on a ranch, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. At the end of this month, listing agreement already signed. That's going to be at about $210. And another one coming up in the next 3 weeks in Powder Springs. That one is going to be listed for $355, and it is a 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath, over 3,500 square feet, and it's in McKeachin High School.
Thank you,
That's
Michelle.
all I got. Welcome.
Who's that?
Kristen's got one next.
Hi, Kristen. Talk to us.
Hey guys, I have a 4-2 in Chamblee and Huntley Hills neighborhood. It's a little bit over 2,100 square feet, and it has a screened-in porch that goes along the whole back side. Great backyard for for entertainment or anything like that. Updated kitchen, updated bathrooms. So if anyone's interested, we should be going live this Friday.
What's the price?
It's going to be, for 510.
Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Kristen. Anybody else? Anybody else? That's it. Thank you very much, folks. That is our meeting for today. Have a blessed week. See you Thursday at 11 o'clock. We celebrate Red Day and we'll give where we live.
Yes.
Blessings.
We just got our first check